Hello, this is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com, bringing you another edition of Keeping Modern Janky. In this week's episode, we are running out Colossal Rattlewurm in my mono green shell, splashing black for a little bit of removal. As you can see, Gold Vein Hydra, my new favorite card, is in the deck. We have some ramp, we have a Hex Drinker, which, man, what a fun card that is. And Werewolf Pack Leader as I just value 2 mana, 3/3. So the idea is playing every creature. It's a mono green stompy deck. Every creature is undercosted, overpowered. Looking to pressure our opponent's life total and their resources. This opponent asks for no dedicated burn, which is interesting, especially if they're playing a scam deck. Alright, Inquisition. I wonder what they're going to take. There's so many options. I mean, this has the highest upside for the long term because it just becomes unstoppable. Gold Vein, though, is a really powerful threat, and obviously the Werewolf Pack Leaders. I mean, we have a great hand, so yeah, we're looking to pressure our opponent's resources and life total at the same time by playing these huge creatures. I guess Fatal Push, and there's the Rattlewurm right on time. And then we're playing. So my original plan and what an opponent I played against was running was, you play a desert deck, so you have a lot of deserts, and you have like desert payoff cards. So there's Colossal Rattlewurm, and then there's the Hydra that I got confused with because it looked just like our Gold Vein Hydra. It has Vigilance, Trample, and Reach, and I think it's Reach, not Haste. And it's a 5/5 if you have a desert in the graveyard and on the battlefield. But then I got to thinking, like, I don't think and that's to take advantage of Colossal Rattlewurm's flash, right? Abrupt Decay. But then I was thinking, I'm just not sure we need a dedicated desert deck to take advantage of what is an amazing card, a 6/5 trampler for 4. What do we need to do with that? We already have. Yeah, it's already so powerful that what is there? There's no need to. The flash is just like, okay. I mean, it's nice, but you don't want to make a. And I'm not saying my opponent's deck was bad by any means. I only played it once. It was pretty sweet looking, but like, you don't need to make a deck around deserts and around desert themed cards. Just to take advantage of flash. Like, Rattlewurm's already so powerful. So we play 4 deserts just to have that as an option. Give us something to search up from the graveyard. Okay. This is Weaver of Faces. Alright, well, we will Abrupt Decay that. So our opponent's holding up this fetch land, which I imagine is for killing the Hex Drinker or the Gold Vein Hydra. So what we can do is just run out a massive Gold Vein Hydra, and then, this is going to be sweet. If they kill it, great, and then with the Hex Drinker we can maybe cast it and make it into protection from everything on the same turn. Oh, that would be so sweet. So sweet. Our opponent doesn't have an answer. Are we that lucky? Do they not have an answer? When they Inquisitioned us, they didn't know we didn't have any black spells. We were mono green, so they might be a little surprised that we had an answer for the Lazav. Alright, so they take the 4. That's nice. It's a pleasant surprise. Maybe they just don't want to kill the Gold Vein and they see the line we were going to take, give us a bunch of treasures so that we can then make the Hex Drinker. If it takes 8, we'd get 4 treasures, and we have tons of mana. We have 9 mana exactly, so pretty good. Alright, they're surveilling. So yeah, anyway, I decided I'm just going to play it as a 4-drop in a mono green Stompy deck. And as I've said in another video back in the day when I was playing mono green, what mono green lacks, splashing for another color, especially black, shores up some of the weaknesses. It gives you some spot removal, gives you some hand disruption, gives you card draw if you need it. Although at this point, mono green has plenty of card draw available to it. Dashing in a Ragavan. Alright, so does that mean they want to lightning bolt? Oh, they dashed it in and then passed to there. Okay. I'm confused. This came in tap. Oh, they did not dash it in, they just cast it. Got it. Oh, we were getting very lucky with our spot removal coming up right on time. The thing about Hex Drinker, because our opponent knows about it, is it's just such a beater that if you don't answer it, you have a small window to answer it. And if you don't answer it, you're in big trouble. So this is where the flash would be nice from Colossal Rattlewurm, but that's okay. Let's see if they have a counter spell for it. They do not. So yeah, own 4 mana, Colossal 6/5 with trample. Can put your opponent under a lot of pressure. I'm expecting, I feel like they would have fatal pushed, but already. That poor sad Ragavan ran it out there just to get fatal pushed or to be thrown under the bus. That was Gold Vein Hydra. Maybe they had a lightning bolt and they were going to block with it. Let's see what we're drawing. Oh, maybe they're a Magda deck. It's a volatile fault. That makes me think Magda. Let's see what they're going to draw if they can find an answer. Verdant Catacombs. I'm pretty sure they have a lightning bolt in hand. Do they have a bolt and a fatal push? So I was saying the thing that keeps a card like Hex Drinker from actually being playable in Modern is, or dominant in Modern, is that you can only level up at sorcery speed. If they want to put it on these type of cards, if they want to put them on par with a Ragavan or Orcish Bowmasters, they gotta let us level them up at instant speed. Target non-basic land. Good. Alright, well, do they have an answer? This is the moment. Fatal push. They're doing some paying of costs. Okay, so they get a shark. And I guess we can go get a desert now. We don't want to do that. It's not protection from sorcery, right? Alright. Well, that's what we got. 4/4 protection from instants. Next turn we can give it protection from everything if they don't have a sorcery speed answer for it. And we're out of cards. So do they come back? Can they come back? we draw a questing beast right on time. And they scoop it up. They cannot. Alright, mono green. Stressing our opponent's resources. And we were not drawing well, so a good thing we got there with what we did. Okay. So endurances. Looks like there's some graveyard shenanigans. Veils of Summer could be good to protect our threats. Gotta cut 6 cards. Oh man, so many. Alright, we'll just trim. Hate to trim our finishers though, so we'll get rid of a Steel Leaf. I didn't even see that one. A Kiora. Alright, Grixis. It's a Grixis, I don't even know what to call it. Looks like a Grixis control deck. Looking to take advantage of Lazav's copying things from the graveyard ability. I mean, we are the opposite of a dedicated burn deck. Double endurance. So a bit of, I mean, we have the Veil of Summer if we can not get Thoughtseize on turn 1. Maybe they'll play a Surveil land. Set up there. They're going to 6. So yeah, I mean, thinking about our sideboard with black, we don't play any Thoughtseizes ourselves. Which we probably do want to put in some number in the sideboard. We have Collector Oof in there right now to fight against the graveyard decks. Or sorry, the affinity decks, and we have Endurance against Graveyard, Veil of Summer against opposing Thoughtseizes. We're not playing any Force of Vigors. And I don't know what would be worse, Ragavan? Yeah, it's a Ragavan. Fatal Push. Well, it looks like we'll be taking a Ragavan hit. We have a lot of things they can get off of Ragavan, however, most of them are very color intensive. The question is, do we want to take another Ragavan hit just to have Werewolf Pack Leader protection? They play red. They got a Questing Beast. Little do they know we need land, so we were going to shuffle it away anyway. What is their follow-up? Will we get overrun by Delwithy Voidwalkers and such? What do we find? Another land. So we can run out this pack leader and it will probably just get killed. Worst case, it gets killed and then exiled. We could just take another hit from Ragavan and then have Veil of Summer for the pack leader. It's probably going to get bolted though. It's probably not even going to be a black spell that kills it. I think I hate to do it with this Veil of Summer. Well, let's do it. Then next turn we can hold up Endurance to flash in if we want. We can also, this might bait out a kill spell that will keep one of our other threats alive. Like the Rattlewurm. We're like at instant speed right now if we draw into a desert. Flash, flash, flash. I think we should be a flash, mono green flash deck. Drown the lock, that won't kill our thing. Unlicensed disintegration. Yep. That's a card. Yep, that's fine. So we are taking a hit. What do they steal from us this time? A forest. Alright, well our opponent is doing their thing. But we have another one. So there. Haha! What do you think of that, opponent? Since we do another one, we're going to play that and then hold up Veil of Summer. And that way we have Endurance with Veil of Summer if they don't kill this. Then Colossal Rattlewurm. Or Colossal Rattlewurm next turn. I guess they bring in Unlicensed Disintegration for the combo with their tokens. Plus they need just a straight up answer for our 6/5. I mean, Fatal Push does it, but they need more answers, I'm sure. Okay, so opponent's thinking. I feel like they would be already killing us. So when this goes to combat, they face Second Clue. That's fine. So, copy of a creature card exiled with it until end of turn. So does that mean it becomes green? I'm just not sure. That does become green. So we trade. They get to draw a card. They got another clue token though, I guess, when that attacked. Got it. So they're getting their card draw on. It's gonna be hard for us hard for us to keep up with their resources if we don't start drawing some of our own things. Surveilling. Well, now we're pulling the trigger. I mean, we need one to draw a card. There's a Fatal Push. That was good. The Cold Vein Hydra. What do we do? What do we do? I really want to play that Hydra. They're playing blue, so I don't think we want to leave the Ragavan alive. I think we're going to Fatal Push the Ragavan. Go to 10, but we want to be able to flash in the Endurance at end of turn. It's an interesting matchup. I like what's in our hand. Will we be able to get around what they're doing? Do they have a handful of counter spells? That was a weird tap, it felt like. We would love to hit a land or like a way to draw a card. Kiora draws a card. Dress down. I mean, there's worse things that could happen. So they can Fatal Push the Goldvein Hydra, but not the Rattlewurm. So this is still a 3/4 at least. What are the chances they have a Fatal Push? The next Fatal Push next turn. Alright, we're just going to run out the Rattlewurm. See what they have. 3 cards going to 4. They can get a 5th. They can't Fatal Push it this turn like they could the Hydra. That's why we went with the Colossal Rattlewurm this turn. So the next turn, if they want to Unholy Heat. So now I'm trying to think. If we do the Endurance, the creatures still have, this is the sacrifice on the stack. I think creatures still have no abilities. So I think we're just going to have to let it go. Could be wrong. Alright, well, opponent's playing the Dirty Unholy Heat. We are at 10, they're at 12. Do they have a way to interact with our hand? Do they have more kill spells? It seems like they would have Wail of the Forgotten. Look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. I don't think I want to run out this Endurance yet. We'll see what they get and put in their graveyard. Our opponent's playing a Brew, though. Ah, boo and hiss. Boo and hiss. Ah, well, there goes the Hydra, I imagine. Although they may decide that Endurance is worse for them. Especially if they have an answer for the Goldvein Hydra. They do not. So they have Endurance. Stays. Ah, sigh. I mean, it's okay. It's not a kill spell. And they're going to Unholy Heat as one of their last cards. Okay. Lots of removal. We would love to top deck a Questing Beast or a Hydra. Hey, speak it and it shall happen. Sometimes that happens. It doesn't happen very often when I play in the leagues, but when I'm playing in the free zone. This is the beginner's luck, which is like the luck that comes with playing a deck for the first time. Okay, well, opponent's got 2 going to 3. That's a lot of cards, a lot of ways to find answers. They had 2 Unholy Heats already. Man, what is their next card? They're drawing. Do they find a Fatal Push or another Unholy Heat? Find a land. Kind of Surveil, probably. Prop Decay is nice as just a catch-all answer for whatever they're doing. So if we do that, we can still have Endurance mana, but not Endurance mana and. We can do that at the end of turn too. Alright, they're at 5. And they know about the Endurance. Alright, Questing Beast. The All-Star Questing Beast. I don't think there's ever been a time I've cast Questing Beast and been sad or I've been unhappy. I mean, I'm sure there has been against some decks, but it was such a powerful threat. You saw in the last match how a Deflecting Palm our opponent tried on it. You couldn't have asked for something better than that. Dashing in a Ragavan. I mean, well cast. Endurance. He's going to get in some attacks. They have 2 cards in hand. I mean, the chances that they have an answer for both of ours. Like, so let's say they have a Fatal Push and a Lightning Bolt. So what we're going to do is just Abrupt Decay the Ragavan. It feels like a bit of a flex, but I think it's also the safest play to make sure our opponent dies. Their last 2 cards are Fatal Push, Lightning Bolt, and we blocked. They could Fatal Push, Lightning Bolt, or Lightning Bolt, you know, whatever. I don't know what WP means. Oh, WP means well played. All right, thank you, opponent. Sad Face Knight, you've been a fun opponent to play against. Like I said, I'm happy to see you playing your own brew, not just playing the industry standard, Grixis or whatever. And doesn't watch me lose this game all over. Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, sometimes it helps to rewatch how it definitely helps me to rewatch my games where I get to see, oh man, I missed that line, or I said the wrong thing. You sound like you're unhappy all the time, but opponent says, yeah, getting Questing Beast off the top was pretty rough. I was like, oh, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. It was the best top deck off the top. I mean, anyway, thanks for being a good opponent, Sad Face Knight. Good luck with your deck. For CyclesGaming.com, this is Johnny Cycles. I'll catch y'all on the next one. This has been another edition of Keeping Modern Janky with Johnny Cycles. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out my website, CyclesGaming.com, for original Magic the Gathering content. You can read about my Commander decks or my Janky Modern brews. My latest article is about the Zombie Precon and its effect on Commander. I give you a couple different deck lists. If you're interested in a science fiction/fantasy novel, be sure to check out my book, The Podcon. I'm publishing it serially, a couple chapters every month. Again, thanks for watching. Check me out on YouTube, Johnny Cycles. Click that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next one.